Test 1 2 3. Fuck you all.
Yep, hey, all those sounds working. Hello.
Hello, hello.
I can hear my disgustingly ugly voice.
Is this working now? Are we alive?
Is this so
Real
real life?
life? Is this just fantasy? Call it a side.
Hello, Jorik. Hello, Tobias. Hello,
Hello,
us.
hello, 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 hello.
And then hopefully the 8 people that were actually in here before. Let me go
Nope,
ahead and
they've
check
probably
the.
left.
No, the viewer list is loading. No, we have a decent amount of viewers. Hello, Azulu Zoro. Hello, Electrical Skateboard. JD22292. Jorik Swiftpaul. Canali Tire.
Okay, where the
Slowcool
fuck are you
and
finding
my
this
fuck.
list? I've tried to look for
If
it
you,
before
at
and
the
I've never found it.
okay, at the bottom of the chat box,
Hmm.
there should be a sort of next to the gear icon. There should be like a list icon.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Yes, yeah, Zero Electrical Skateboard.
I
Jalen's in
just
here,
fucking
Jorik's in here.
said it.
Well, fuck you.
I just
I
said
don't
it.
give a shit. I want to read it out.
It's
It's my
our
my.
stream, not just
Fuck you. It
yours.
was my idea.
I think both of us had this idea at some point.
I'm the one that kickstarted. Anyway, welcome back to stream. I do apologize for that. What happened there was I was using Streamlabs OBS, which is sort of still a newish baby platform. It pretty much means I can see everything I need for the stream on one window. So I can, when donations come in, I can see all of them. I can see the chat. I can see the video of the stream itself. I can see my sound levels. It's a lovely, fantastic idea. It is just being the
It's
biggest.
just a pain in the ass.
It's that. So it was fucking up the audio. So I've had to go back to normal OBS for now. So I do apologise for that. Quick review of what happened in the first 18 minutes you missed. The first story I posted about was literally people getting fucking butthurt because their boyfriends are playing Fortnite and not paying attention to them. And my basic comment to that is, well, maybe they're just missing something in real life they're getting from a game. That,
Here's my take on it. My girlfriend plays Fortnite more than I do. The thing is, your boyfriend's not getting brainwashed. You're just boring as shit.
yeah. That, as I said, as harsh as it sounds, that is potentially the possible thing. And again, I'm saying this out, I'm not trying to be sexist here because it can go both ways. But if you, there are so many times, and I see this in the shopping centres here. You probably see it in America, Jero. If when you go to shopping malls, if couples go to shopping malls, the girls go into all the shops. The guys are sitting outside bored for hours on end. Oh hey, wait! I've got a full battery. Ooh, Fortnite. They have the time to play a game of Fortnite. And again, it's probably the same way around. Guys spend God knows how long in like I don't know, like a Lego shop or something like that, or a game store. Girls get bored,
Well,
they'll play something. But
your one problem with that is you're implying that there are still game stores and shopping centers that people actually go to.
oh, well, it's possible. I mean, I,
This is not the
okay.
90s
This,
anymore.
this this is something that okay. Well, I can't remember what chat it is. This is quickly something to go just to quickly go divergent. Was talking about like sort of like physical and digital copies. And for me, if there's a game I really want, I want me a physical copy of it. I want to see that on my shelf and go, "That's mine." But a lot
Oh
of young,
yeah, I'm the same way. It's just that
but
like
but
my the majority of my
younger generations
the
will just get
majority
digital.
the majority of my game copies are digital these days. I'm going to be completely honest about that. I like going to the game store and picking up a physical copy of something
Yeah.
because it's like I can show off that games collection on my shelf.
Mm.
But nowadays it's just more convenient and more portable to have a bunch of games that are like on data on a disc and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. It
So
uh,
it makes more sense.
it does. But yeah, that was my first topic. You started going yours when all this shit happened, so kind of to start it again.
Yeah. Okay. So my topic, which is it's actually kind of on the same lines. It is gaming related, but it is not necessarily video games that are in nowadays. This is more related and actually directly related to arcades and
Mhm.
all. Um, I think we've all been there and wanted to get the high score in an arcade game and that kind of stuff. You put in your coin and you try and get as far as you can, and you usually die on level one. Let's be totally honest, most of us did that in our childhood because we're used to a save card.
We are nowadays, yes.
So, but yeah, back then you just dumped as many fucking quarters as you could into the machine, got as far as you could, or if you had a home console, you got as far as you could and got a high score. Um, so gaming focus these days has more or less revolved around completing the game as opposed to getting the highest possible score.
Yeah, it's
Now,
completely changed, like
yeah.
entirely.
However, there are still communities out there um, that are trying to get the highest score ever possibly achieved by man. Um, on video games and such. And we're talking old ass arcade machines that play Donkey Kong, Pac-Man,
Mm,
and all of that good stuff.
mm,
A
yes.
prominent figure in that space is Billy Mitchell. You may have heard of him, you may not have heard of him. Regular Show did a parody of him, which is what on earth
Oh,
is the
wait.
name of
I
it?
think I think I know what you're on about. I think I know what you're on about with this.
The huge bearded head guy.
Yeah, I think I know exactly what you're on about going with this. Keep going, keep going.
Wait, no, yeah, bearded head guy. And so that guy was a parody of Billy Mitchell, and all. So it's actually been discovered recently that Billy Mitchell has been cheating
Oh.
on getting high scores for games and all of that good stuff. Like, um, like he's been cheating and all of that good stuff. He was cheating in the documentary that was about all of this, King of Kong, which is about like this guy named Steve who was trying to get the high score, and this guy who held the high score, and was also trying to get it, Billy Mitchell. The thing is, Steve was being recorded with VHS on an actual verified arcade machine. Billy Mitchell came in with a VHS tape, and all of that good shit. So the first scores that Billy Mitchell submitted were verified by a referee, and that referee also was fired from this Twin Galaxies arcade and all that good stuff, and the Twin Galaxies boards, which handles a lot of the world records. He was fired from there for putting in a bogus score for a game called Dragster.
Hmm.
He put in a score of like 19 seconds when the highest achievable one in all possibility is 20.1 seconds. Um, so there's that, or is it 2.1? I don't know. Point being is he submitted a bogus score and was banned. And this referee that had gotten these bogus scores happened to be the referee that verified a lot of Billy Mitchell's. So it's
Mm.
like, oh, I smell bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it turns out Billy Mitchell used an emulator called MAME to run all of these perfect score runs. And what he did is he save stated the game and then patched up the footage to make it look like he did a flawless run.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah, and even then this flawless run still didn't beat the real thing.
Jesus Christ. I don't.
So yeah,
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Billy yeah.
I get these days of like I say, just slightly on that what you're saying about save states and stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the idea of like emulators and stuff. Like especially with like there's an old game like you just fancy playing, but you just can't get a hold of it. You can emulate it, but like the likes of like when you if you like play like the first Sonic or something on an emulator, for example.
Here's the thing.
One
It's
second,
good
let me
for.
finish. Let me finish. Let me finish.
All right, all
And
right. All
the
right.
thing that irks me, and I've seen somebody do this, and I actually got annoyed when I witnessed this, was he save stated so much, and every mistake he made, he hit a key that was clearly macro to reset from last save state. Every single time, I was like, "You are not playing Sonic."
Yeah. I mean, if it was Kaizo Mario, that's one thing.
Jalen's saying apparently Billy Mitchell is still trying to prove his innocence.
Yeah, he is. He's also trying to sue the people that are claiming he cheated and like have actual video evidence and shit.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Um So that's the whole thing. I'm thinking about making a whole video on this topic, which just like it's interesting. Like this whole high score community and all that good stuff. There are some genuinely skillful people in it, especially nowadays. But you see this like older crowd of people that were in there in the arcades in the 70s and 80s and all that good stuff,
Mm. So
manipulating results, and you're sitting there going like, why? It's a fucking high score. You're not going to get money for it. Is it for the fame? Are you really that fucking egotistical that you will manipulate the
the
results
fame,
and not actually do it in front of people?
the fact they can walk around saying I'm the best, look at me, la dee fucking da.
Sounds like a particularly.
Like that is the reason behind it. It is utterly pathetic. I mean, me, I'd love to go to an old arcade just for the sake of being in an old arcade. Like, give me enough money to go around and have a good couple of goes on all the machines. I'll do it.
Dude,
Cause
we should arrange that trip if you ever come over here.
oh,
We
I'm
should do
down.
that.
I'm damn sold. Where's the plane ticket?
There is an actual barcade
Wait,
here
barcade?
in my area. Yes.
Oh, sold. Fucking sold.
Like I can arrange that shit for you.
Right, that's done.
I
I'm going
can't.
to America.
I'm not gonna pay for all of it, but I can arrange it.
Oh yeah. That's fine. I wouldn't expect that, but yeah.
Oh, actually, you know what we should do?
Mm,
I know it's right after MFF, but
mhm.
this will be really easy for me to set up. Like genuinely easy. I can pick you up from the airport and everything because it's so close by. Magfest has what's called the Penny Arcade area, and it's not a Penny Arcade. It's free play. Like they have a bunch of these old ass arcade systems and even some of the newer ones. They got Dance Dance Revolution. They've got stuff that you cannot find anywhere, like Sinistar and all that good stuff, and they've got them all running throughout the entire convention. It's just amazing. All you have to do is just like get in line and wait for the person in front of you to stop playing. Well, not stop playing, but like die and that kind of stuff.
Mm.
um you need to come to Magfest if we're really just going to have an off the hook gaming experience. And it's a convention slash concert that's running all week.
Nice. So yeah,
The thing
that.
about it, the
Mm,
thing about it is that it's at the beginning of the year, so it's in January, so it's like about a month and a half after Magfest.
yeah.
I know Mark Sparks goes to that convention.
You said Marks.
I'm sorry, I was burping in the middle of that.
Yeah, but yeah, you said that sounds like insane amounts of fun, and you've just reminded me what we're talking about, like people beating high scores and stuff like that. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
Fuzzle Day coming up, it's a gaming themed convention. They've sort of released a, like I would say, preliminary timetable. Though if it's anything like last year, it's pretty much how it's gonna be. And I was just scrolling
Mm-hmm.
through, I'm like, okay, I wonder what's going on. And I scrolled down and I saw a 2 hour slot. I kid you not, I had a giggle when I saw this. 2 hour
What?
slot titled Beating Bubble Bobble.
Mm?
There is a 2 hour slot to play Bubble Bobble and beat it.
God damn it.
Which I think's awesome. Right, before we go on to my next topic, I'm gonna bring Kenai in.
Okay.
I want his third opinion on this next topic. Because this is brilliant. And this one was suggested to me by my loving other half, and I was laughing my ass off. Let's put it that way. They should wait for him to
Nice.
get his ass online. Uh,
Get your ass online.
get your ass online, boy.
Online.
Uh, oh,
Meanwhile, I'm going to continue on with some ASMR.
you're also scratching your
Just
mic a little bit.
microphone. Exactly.
Hello, Zippy, with the host. Thank you very much, my crazy Irish lover.
Oh, hi, Zips. Lesbian Jesus.
Lesbian Jesus. Potato.
Like, have you heard of this? Have you heard of Jesus?
Y'all need Jesus. Alright, Kenai is on Discord, so add him to the DM. Kenai Tiger, create group DM. Hello.
Hello.
How?
Hello.
Oh, here he is. It's the keen-eyed tiger. Or,
Yes, hello, hello, hello.
or as I call him, my tech tiggy.
Yes, the tech tiggy, yes.
It's the best way to describe him because that is what he's doing.
No, you should rename yourself to Tech Tig.
Tech tig. Just shorten it.
Tech
Tectical.
tig, come on.
Tech tiggy. Tech tig. Too many tigs and techs and tacks. Yeah. So, my next topic, and this is why I wanted you here, Kenny, because it's in regards to science on specifically physics.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Right.
so again, this was brought to my attention by my boyfriend, and how that
Post the
goes.
link to me.
No, I read it out and then I post it in the Twitch chat. So this is just
Oh
one of the
god.
links related to the topic. Brace yourselves for this. Academic Journal. Newtonian physics is oppressive to marginalized people.
Get the fuck out of here right now. You're a fucking idiot. You really think that's what Newtonian physics is? Please,
Whoa.
kill yourself
Where's that?
right now. The human race will be better off
Gerald,
without
let
you.
me read. Calm the fuck down. Let me read. If you want, this is fucking funny.
No, there's no logic in this.
No. Let me
There's
finish,
no
please.
reason.
I will mute you, motherfucker. So, culture and gender studies researcher Whitney Stark argues that Newtonian physics is oppressive. A feminist scholar has published a paper claiming that Newtonian physics is oppressive and we must use quantum feminisms to make the science more intersectional.
I'm fucking triggered right now.
We can
How
tell.
did you do this?
Oh, it gets better. I'll not
What
post
is your-
all the. I'll not
What
post all
fucking
the.
degree do you have?
Okay, I'll not post all the links because there was a few of them. I'll just read the titles out. Of
Why
the
are you
links.
posting the links so that the stupid can actually read it and be convinced by it?
Wait. What's it? So quantum feminism, radical feeling, the big smoke. Hoax or not hoax? New paper on how intersectional quantum feminists fight the standard. The question of quantum feminism. Basically, from the gist of it, they find it oppressive. From what I gathered, again, I'll need to look into this more. I haven't had time.
How?
Because Newtonian physics was set up by males.
That has nothing to
Oh,
do with
dear.
it.
And this is the thing, they want to go one step further. They want an actual separate type of physics study set up at universities to give people the option to go to them.
That's
If
not
they
going
want-
to happen. Newtonian physics is proven.
No,
It is yes or no.
and this is the thing,
Like,
again,
At first,
Uh,
I was sitting here thinking, going
Gerald,
like,
I'm not done.
Newtonian physics proves the fact that your boobs sag.
I'm
Is
not
that
done.
the biggest problem that you have?
fuck's sake, Gerald, I'm not done. So this isn't actually in one of the
You're not
links.
done. I'm not done.
No,
Fuck.
listen, this is still not done. So this is the other thing that Aring said. Just to finish off, a bit more information. And I don't know where I got the quote from, but it says, since the heart has electromagnetic properties, feminists are able to be true to themselves and express true feelings. Therefore, feminism should be included in physics.
No! That's electromagnetism, not feminism, you dumb cunt!
Also, correct me if I'm wrong.
It's in every single human being, not just yours!
Correct me if I'm wrong as well, but if we're talking about someone's physical body, is that not more in line with biology and chemistry than fucking physics?
I hate to lower the tone on this, but with the whole sort of sagging boobs and things like that, is that like the same sort of principle as a flaccid cock?
Wait, what?
Actually, you know what? No. Here's the thing. So, you know how they don't like Newtonian physics because it was conceived by a male. Doesn't that make you a fucking sexist?
Oh, yeah. Also, one thing I realised as well the other day, they don't like it because it was conceived by a male. I'm sorry, but does that not mean technically, they've got to hate pretty much a lot of the advancements we have in society, because the way the world used to be, because it was like this, was the women stayed at home, did the housework, looked after the kids. The men went out, did the work, did the inventing, came up with all the crap. I'm not saying there wasn't
Does
women
this
that did
okay?
stuff.
Hold on a second. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Does that mean that the computer that you're using right now is inferior because the base work for it was developed by Alan Turing,
Yeah, my
who
computer's
was a
my computer's
man
wrong. My computer's wrong. I
and
can't use my.
who loved other men? By the way, oh my God, it's so sexist because Alan Turing is gay and he's a man and he pretty much invented the base work for computers.
Yep.
God,
Yeah.
that's an unbelievable amount of stupid right
I'm
there.
just sat here looking, like listening and looking at the pretty pictures. But anyways,
Look at the pretty picture. What pretty pictures are you
the
looking
one
at?
thing that the one thing that has been said 2 or 3 times is the fact that they hate everything that is conceived by a man. Well, in logic terms, should they not hate their own children as well, considering it takes a man to conceive a child?
Should they not hate themselves?
Well, yeah, you're looking down this road, but yeah, the entire, mainly in the UK. I'm sorry, Sarah, I
There are
don't know
some
from
women
your
that
side.
want to get an abortion because their baby is going to be a male.
Yeah,
That's just
this is
no.
how sad the society is that we live in, unfortunately. But it's the stigma of, as Kivuli was saying over here in the UK, the man goes to work, the woman stays at home with the kids, and things like that. Some of that stigma still sticks around. Yes, the
Mm.
job centre has said that, if you're unemployed, you can have a year gap once the baby's born, and then you've got to look for work, right? But if you're working, you get 9 months off to look after the baby. Then you can go back to work, or you can get a 3 month extension. After that, then you're kicked out if you don't go back, right?
Yeah.
Wait,
But
9 months? It's not like the bump is there that whole 9 months.
no, this is after the 9 months. This is after the birth.
No, that's not
Yeah.
what I mean.
It
You
is
mean
said. Yeah,
okay? You mean maternity leave?
Yes,
maternity leave. Yeah,
maternity leave.
it's pretty much like from what I've seen, like the workplace I've been at. They've like obviously been women pregnant there, and some of them I've seen not even leave the work until literally a couple of weeks before they're due, basically. And also, Keenan, that was fucking loud. I heard it both through my headset and through the door.
Apologies. If it was a can of, are we allowed to advertise?
No, no, let's not get sued. But no, a can of fizzy pop. There we go.
Yes, a can of soda. Right,
But
we'll
it's
do
like,
that.
yeah, I've known women who literally stay in work to literally a couple of weeks before they're due, and then they get obviously like 9 months to a year off, obviously to like bond with the baby, and we also have paternity leave, which is for the men. This is all over the place.
Don't. As somebody who had paternity leave, because yes, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, I believe there's ladies and gentlemen there.
Yes.
I am a father of two, and on both occasions, I was only entitled to 2 weeks off work.
I was just about to say, I've seen it being 2 weeks. The longest I've seen for the guy is 2 months. That's the longest I've ever seen.
And do you want to know why that'll have been? Right,
Why?
I guarantee this is he managed to absorb some of her maternity leave.
You think?
That is the only way it works, unless he's had holidays saved up and took them as holidays, or there's medical reasons. But
I
if
don't
it's
get
neither
it.
of the latter two,
This is the thing.
I don't get any at all.
Even so, I'll be honest, I don't agree with that's so short a period for the male. I just do not. The dad is just as important in raising the kid and bonding with the kid than
Well,
the wife is.
see, here's what my parents did. They both took some time back and forth.
Mm.
So like they got their schedules to line up so that at least one of them was with me at all times.
Yeah, well, that's good. It's brilliant to be able to work that, but sometimes you just can't do that, which it sucks. I mean, I'm sorry. Think like guys should at least be allowed to even go like part time or something like that, so they can at least go home for the evenings properly for I would say at least 6 months, like to be with their wife, to be with their kid. I mean, that's just my opinion on it.
I mean, the whole male paternity leave, it can only be extended beyond 2 weeks if the woman is working and is entitled to maternity leave. So essentially, all you do is, if say for example, when when my youngest was born, I didn't have this option, although it was something that we wanted to do.
Mm.
In order for me to have cared for my youngest daughter full time, the mother would have been working full time and had maternity leave, and then I would have had to absorb it. So I had to work where I was up until basically I left, and then became a full time parent for a year,
Yeah.
which was fun. But no, it's women. Yeah, I can to a degree, and I know I'm probably going to go back on it a little bit, but I can to a degree understand where they're coming from on a lot
Yeah.
of things. There's a very fine borderline between feminism and feminazism,
This is the thing. I was
and
just about to mention that. The way I
and a lot
separate
of
it
the
in my head, sorry, just quickly, the way I see it in
yeah
my head, just for my own simplicity, just for quickly, I see feminism as the movement for equal rights. That's how, when you
yes
say feminism, that's how I see it. I see
yes
feminazi as this bullshit, and the ones that advertise an equality bake sale, but the guy's paying extra 30 pence.
yeah exactly.
See, no, no.
But
Here's
at the
what I
same
see it
time,
as. I see it as historical revisionism.
Where?
you what now?
I see it as historical revisionism. This person wants to get rid of Newtonian physics and then just rebrand it.
No, they want to just add it on as
Yeah.
a separate topic, even though it's the exact same thing.
Well, yeah, that's what he's saying. They're basically just going to rebrand it and re-release it.
It's stupid.
Look
Anyway.
at look at this Apple sort of product. Oh, let's put a pear on it. It's still the same product. It's just got a picture of a pear instead of an apple.
Be like
You know,
it'll
it's
be like
exactly the same principle.
put a banana on there. It'll be the phones from GTA 5 then.
It'll be the Carnifone.
No, you know what it actually is.
Kind of fun.
What it
Asshole.
better is. It's I think a better way to put it is God, what am I thinking? Oh, okay. Here's a better way to put it. You get like a burger from McDonald's or something like that. You just buy all these burgers,
Hmm.
and then you sell them as your own product.
Ah,
Yeah.
So
there's somebody
it's
that used
not.
to work there. I wouldn't even do that if my life depended on
Yeah.
it.
So it's not necessarily just rebranding somebody else's work. It's straight up theft.
More or
Mm.
less. Anyway, we have really hopped on and gone on a tangent on this topic.
Yeah.
We're good at doing that. Just want to point out.
Cunts will be cunts.
Just want to point out, Zippy saying there that males should be allowed to have the same time as women on maternity leave, or at least given the option. I agree with that.
Yeah, totally.
100%.
I mean, like I say, as a parent myself, I was only given 2 weeks, and I mean, granted, you're entitled to take the 2 weeks up to a certain point. So, say for example, if you didn't want to just take it the day baby's born, because you're entitled to that day off, and anyways.
Yeah.
But say you wanted to take it off, like instead of like from day 1 through to day 14 or whatever, if you wanted to take it off on day 30 through to 44, then you're entitled to do that. But still, it's a very wrong system. And again, as I was going to say, I can see where the feminism comes from. If you look through the historical, lifetime that we've had, like sort of the suffragette movement, things like that, all these things to try and get what we've got now. Yeah, there's still some work to be done, but going overboard like what they've done, it's just not right.
Yeah, it's dumb. But now, we're going to take this topic, and with all the other topics we've got now packing up on the shelf that we really went on a tangent, we're going to wrap it up nice and neatly. I'm going to put it up there, just out the way. We'll just never talk about it again. We've had our rant.
And you said not to bring in politics.
This isn't politics. This isn't politics. This is stupid humanity. Anyway, so that's over the top shelf. Let's move on quickly. Jared, what's your next topic?
Oh, you're gonna hate me for this one. No, it's not politics.
I was just gonna say thank fuck.
It's it is drama to the extent of this is some really bad shit, and for some people it's going to ruin their perception of online celebrities and such. So
will I grab my alcohol?
Oh no. I mean, I'm way ahead of you, but oh no. So you guys have probably heard of the Nostalgia Critic. I'm willing to
Oh,
bet.
who hasn't
Or
really?
and if you haven't heard of the Nostalgia
I'm
Critic, then
holding
you
up
at least
hand because I
should have
haven't
heard.
heard.
Then at least you should have heard of Angry Joe.
Yeah.
No.
Um,
You don't know
so no
Angry
matter
Joe?
what you think of them nowadays, no matter what you think of them nowadays, um, they pretty much helped form, along with Angry Video Game Nerd and Screw Attack and all this kind of stuff, the current format for which we make videos. You know, they pretty much push the boundaries as far as what fair use means.
Mm.
Even though to an extent, I do want to say that Doug Walker kind of violates that, because who has seen any of the films that he has reviewed after the fact? Who actually goes out and buy those films? Nobody.
Mm.
But point being, like, granted, The Room took off, but I highly doubt anybody bought a copy of that movie. Um, anyway, as I was saying, but so what's happened recently is that the former creators of Channel Awesome, one, a shitload of them left. It's gotten up to 40 people have left the site.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about a majority of its members. Producers were mistreated, were not paid fairly. When they did films like Kick-Assia, Suburban Nights, and To Boldly Flee. Oh, hey, your camera's on.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. You just
Shit.
switched it.
Ah! How'd that happen?
As I was saying, face reveal.
No! Someone's face reveal. Everyone knows my ugly face now. How the fuck did that happen? I didn't click scene or anything like
You
that.
know when I was standing behind, I said I need to quickly do something, and then I'll go to the laptop. Yeah, it was on now.
As I was saying,
Hi,
but
everybody.
as I was saying, but a lot of these producers decided to bring their complaints to them, and oh hey, Whitman's in here. What's up, dude? But
Whitman?
as I was saying, yeah, Whitman, Whitman.
Whitford, eh?
But as I was saying, they brought the complaints to the staff a while ago in like this 80-page document, and they did nothing about it until later, when this started getting some like traction on like Twitter and stuff and on social media. And then they were forced into making essentially a non-apology. Going like, recently some allegations have been made about Channel Awesome and yada yada yada, and it sort of ended with, "We're sorry you felt this way," and all that good stuff. And it even went to the point of like some creators are being harassed for like reviewing certain films or doing certain things that would bring more attention to their channel and that kind of stuff. And it just started pushing everybody out. This includes people like Spoonie, who instead of being fired, everybody was revealed that he quit. He wasn't fired, he quit because he was basically being censored and turning Spoonie. They were trying to turn Spoonie into not Spoonie.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. And so now we're getting these allegations in there that have been mixed in, that were like deep in the documents, that Channel Awesome is basically, in the worst possible ways, exploited for everybody to see, because they changed their non-apology into, this is a non-productive, I'm sorry, we want to make changes here for the better, but doing it in this way is not productive, into essentially, no, you're wrong, fuck you.
Which is not the way to go about it.
Yeah, they changed the apology statement to "fuck all of you," and like tried to make a rebuttal, but it was a complete failure. Now we're getting stuff that, if you've ever heard of Justin Carmichael, otherwise known as Jew Wario, he had the Wario hat on. He committed suicide back in 2014.
Mm-hmm. I
If
remember
you
the
guys remember,
Nope.
he was a child molester.
Oh,
name. Ooh.
good.
So now there's that. And now there's these people who had once saw him as a martyr, now see him as a monster. And these people have come up, and now we see stuff like, now we're seeing the warning signs that we should have caught on. Like, he had his whole Jew Wario kitty squad and that kind of stuff, where he was essentially grooming young girls. It's fucking disturbing.
Mm.
Very disturbing.
It's, yeah. So all of this shit's happened, and now on top of that, just recently in the last 2 days, the Nostalgia Critic Doug Walker has seemingly quit,
Oh
and
Jesus.
we don't know for sure because the only reason why we know any of this is that on his public Facebook page, um, he not the one that Channel also owns, but the one that Doug Walker owns, the one that is him. His employment changed from works at Channel Awesome to worked at Channel Awesome. And so
Jeez.
it instead is just NIU, which is the university he went to, is just displayed on the tag underneath there. So yeah, that's like some deep shit. And the reason why this is winding up being such a complicated case is because technically Doug Walker does not own the Nostalgia Critic. Um, the CEO of Channel Awesome, Mike Mashad, does. And Mike Mashad is the primary reason why all this bullshit is happening, why everybody's being like forced in line and that kind of stuff. It's like it's gotten bad, really bad. So now this is kind of like a news update because I can't remember if I said this last time. I can't remember if we detailed any of this, but now this is the update of this is the shit that's happening. There are lots of new statements um, we didn't know about before, and they're coming out in the worst way possible.
Yeah,
This is turned into the Weinstein Company of the internet.
it's gone bad. Is the best way to describe it. And for people who are in such a big spotlight as that group, it's like you can't hide that shit. It's like
Yeah.
if okay, if stuff like that happened to, say, just hypothetically, if that happened to, say, like me, yeah, a few people might notice, but it would die out within like a week or something. This is not gonna die out within a week. This is gonna linger for a long time.
Thought of a really good reference, but it's
So
not appropriate.
so hopefully what we're going to be seeing in the future is Doug is hopefully going to try and get the rights to the Nostalgia Critic back so that he can reclaim his brand, so to speak, so that he
Good.
can actually like take his community back and all that. But
Zippy, bit late on the face reveal.
but it's not entirely known what's going to be the outcome of this lawsuit, or even if it is a lawsuit. All we know is that clearly he's going to take some whatever steps he can to distance himself from it, and like he's trying to remove all data and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
He's like taking.
reclaim his brand, but do it himself, basically.
I don't know what's going to be the future for his YouTube stuff. We're just going to have to see.
Yeah, but we'll see. But yeah, it's really fucking messed up, and what the fuck is the best way to describe it. Anything else to add?
topic.
Next topic, next topic. Alright, this one isn't like really something like a news article or anything like that. It was one of those ideas. It was the third topic of like what do I want to talk about. A few ideas bounced around, but it was just earlier today I decided on it. And Tobias knows exactly what this fucking is. It's probably why he's drinking whiskey and I'm drinking Baileys at the minute. And that is seriously the fucked up state of the fucking roads around where we are at the minute. No, I'm being serious. This is getting its own goddamn topic. So let me just let's pedal back a little bit. So I think
Do you want to drag Toby in here as well to explain it?
I don't know, Toby. Are you able to hop on Discord to explain your viewpoint? I mean, you're the driver. I mean, I can give my views and opinions and like start it off. If you want to reply, I'll start it off and you respond for that. So basically, nearly 2 years ago now, this was nearly 2 years ago. There was, in fact, over 2 years ago, there was an announcement they're going to be doing a lot of major roadworks in the area, a lot of updates going on, etc., etc. All over
Loads of roadwork.
loads of roadworks. And then a year and a half ago, it started. To the point of one major road has been closed off for that year and a half, and it's still going to be closed for another year. One of the major roads, we call the Coast Road here, that's got works up and down and left and right in it whatsoever. And Jesus Christ, it is a nightmare. Yeah, Toby, just give me a poke on Telegram when you're actually on Discord. I'll invite you into the call. But oh my God, it's just right. This way. I wanted to pop to IKEA today. I wanted to pick up a new set of um, like drawers for my room.
Shelves.
Shelves for my room. I asked Tobias to pick me up from one of the like underground stations called the Metro, and what should have been a no more than half an hour drive at absolute max took an hour and 40 minutes.
Jesus.
Yeah, an hour and 40 fucking minutes. And if you give me a second, add another person to the call. We're going to get a full house tonight. Toby. Toby.
At this rate, we may as well invite Zippy.
Hello,
Yep.
Toby.
Hello.
Hello, Toby. So, as I've just explained, our drive took an hour and 40 minutes, and the full trip took like 3 hours total to get there, shopping and
No,
back.
no. The drive with you took like an hour and 40 minutes.
You make it sound like it's my fault.
No. Oh
Who needed
god,
this
what a
drive?
day.
Okay, so as a driver, Toby, do you want to give a bit more detail about this? Because Gerald might understand a bit more because he drives as well.
Yeah.
Give road names.
Well, let's start at the beginning. I got on my car.
Sorry, the
I'll-
beginning. I was born in Richmond, Virginia, in
I was
St. Mary's
born-
Hospital. Wait, what?
I was born a few miles. No, I get my message from Kivuli saying, "Oh, can you pick me up?" Sure. It's a 10-minute drive. I get it onto the road, and there's a lot of traffic. And then I see why there was a lot of traffic. Wide load, moving very slowly with a police escort. 10-minute journey later, which took half an hour, I pick Kivuli up. We're not going back into that, so let's take an alternate route. We'll cut through the industrial estate, the business park.
Yeah, one of the business park here. I should point out, this is about 10 past 3, so nowhere near a rush hour.
You'd think it would be fine, but no, from one end of the business park to the other, complete standstill. Eventually make it through that. We can't turn onto the road we want to because of roadworks. That's okay, we'll go in the opposite direction and just turn around on that road. Nope, the bridge we need to turn down is closed as well. So continue on. We'll try and turn around later on. Nope, too much of a queue of traffic there. We'll keep going this way then. We'll turn up this road and go back to the road we were aiming for. Nope, the road we would have to turn up is also closed. So then we go through the tunnel, which takes a toll. And then there's more traffic. Eventually we get to our destination and
Also-
decide it's time to die.
That's also after hitting every possible cunting red
Oh,
light.
we didn't hit every single red light. Many of them were green until we got to them.
Yeah. It was a nightmare. And bear in mind this as well. Tobias set off like about 2:30, and obviously I was around the time as well. And I thought, oh, when we get there, we'll have a bite to eat. Because we were in the mind of it's only going to take like 20 minutes to get there. So an hour and
everything's
40
closed.
minutes later, we're hungry. Oh boy, we are hungry.
I love that term. Hungry.
As I said to Kiva earlier, this is proof that there is a God and that he hates us.
Mhm.
furries.
It was just a nightmare. And the daft thing, the absolute stupid thing was, I said we wanted food, we wanted to get it quick, go to IKEA, get the fuck out of there. So we thought, oh, there's a McDonald's here, we'll quickly pop in there. Still
Oh,
nearly a
God.
10-minute wait to get a McDonald's meal because apparently everybody and their cat and dog was fucking ordering.
Oh no, it wasn't even that everyone was ordering. They had by the fries, they had about 10 packs of fries ready to go. Over with the burgers and everything. Tons of burgers ready to go.
And 11 drinks.
No one putting anything together.
And then we finally got to
Well, that's
IKEA, which you would expect would be the one that takes like the fucking hour. In, out, 15 minutes, done.
If that.
You didn't do it right.
No, we did.
We
No,
did
the
it.
last time I went into IKEA was when I got the kids the beds that they've got,
Mhm.
and I literally got lost in Narnia.
Why do people keep getting lost in IKEA?
What had happened was I had to climb onto the shelves and to the very back of the shelf in order to get part of said bed. So whilst I was back there, I had a little wander around what was behind the shelves.
Oh, you idiot.
And
But yeah.
meanwhile, I'm disassembling an Xbox controller because I want to paint this thing.
The member of staff, when I crawled out and said, Mr. Tumler said hi and walked away, the member of staff's face was like, where did he come from?
But yeah, that's my third topic is why are they deciding that it's such a good idea to do roadwork updates everywhere at the same time?
I would say, Jarek, this is not about the apocalypse. This is just because we had weather. In the UK,
Oh yeah.
you have snow, everyone goes mental. You have sun, everyone goes insane.
Yeah.
You have rain, just ending the world.
Sounds
Okay.
like the United States.
Oh wait, Toby, how many midlife crises did we see?
Oh god, like at least 10.
At least 10
Are
midlife
you
crises.
judging midlife crisis by the car they drive or how they
Yes.
look?
Balding hair with convertible car.
The sun is out for a couple of days, so they are in the convertible with the roof time. They're not going anywhere, they're just driving.
I'm kid you not. The stereotype isn't just like a take the piss thing because someone did it once. It is
No,
real.
40 to 50 years old,
Yep.
maybe a little hair, but none on the top of the head.
There was one guy that still had hair, but it was cowlick.
He was thinning.
It was getting there. And
It was thin, and he'd obviously just bought it.
some of them had their wives with them that didn't look that interested. But it was literally
Interested in the car or the guy?
anything. But it was so ridiculous, and it's just like I literally just said to him, so the time it took for us to get here is the equivalent of pretty much, I would say, almost halfway to Confuzzled.
Oh, easy.
To get
If I was
5
gunning it-
miles. To get like
If I was
5
gunning
miles.
it,
Yeah,
it would have been halfway to Confuzzled.
yeah. It was ridiculous.
In that time, I could have done 120 miles on the motorway.
And again, we did like what, 5?
Maybe. 5 or 6.
Worst miles per gallon. Or miles per hour, whatever.
No,
Oh,
no,
no, I'm sure the fuel consumption wasn't great.
Stop. This is the funny thing as well. You said it was a godsend when we finally broke through the traffic because your poor foot on the clutch could rest.
Yes, I didn't have to have the clutch compressed every 5 feet. God, that hurt.
You ever had issues like this, Jero?
Yeah, a lot. There was actually a semi. Well, it wasn't a semi. It was a fifth wheel RV trailer that the truck had to like make this ridiculous turn on the road, and what wound up happening was the actual mount to the truck got torn off. So there was like shrapnel and stuff all over the roadway, and this was a 4-lane interstate. All 4 lanes were taken up by shrapnel.
Oh God. That doesn't sound good. No.
Reliving this experience is causing me to pour more whiskey.
Dude, do you know how many shots I've had since we started this topic? I've had 4. That's how stressing this topic has been.
Get
Move-
shots. I've gone. This is my second glass of whiskey now, just on this topic.
Move on quickly. Jero, your last topic, please.
Last topic: Southwest Airlines engine explodes and kills a passenger.
Uh-oh.
So this is a dual-engine airplane that we were talking about. One that just does national flights or regional flights, rather.
Mm-hmm.
1 second, I'm taking a message to Monty.
Alright.
Okay, there we go. Anyway, but as I was saying, they make like regional flights across the United States and sometimes like Mexico or Canada. However, if you guys remember, Southwest Airlines are known as not being a very good airline company. They're the ones known for being the reaccommodators. If you know of that one case where this old Asian guy, this doctor, was beaten the shit out of because he was randomly selected for reaccommodation to a different flight, even though he absolutely had to be on this one. Like, literally kicked a man who was already in his seat, given the ticket, because some of their members didn't have a seat on the flight, and like overbooking and that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So essentially what went down is one of the engines on this flight exploded. It's an older dual turbine engine airplane, and the thing just exploded.
Mm-hmm.
So in most cases, if an engine explodes, it's kind of okay. They need to make an emergency landing, but in most situations, like if birds get engulfed into the engine and that kind of stuff, it doesn't damage the fuselage. This was a bit different. And by a bit different, I mean it killed somebody.
Yeah.
So the engine exploded, and one of the pieces of shrapnel hit the window of the fuselage, resulting in a decompression of the cabin. This decompression sucked a woman out of the window and killed her.
Jesus.
The fuck?
Yeah. Now, it wasn't one of those things where it's like, oh god, she sucked out into space or anything like that. And it wasn't all like, executive decision where it takes a whole row of seats out. No, it wasn't like that. It sucked half of her body out.
Oh, Jesus.
And so you had like the masks coming from the ceiling and that kind of stuff. And the passengers managed to pull her back in, but she was already dead. Like, way dead. And so that's a bit of an experience. Is essentially like it hit the window and it split open and it sucked her out the window, partly out the window, and killed her and all that good shit. So now they're doing investigation.
It killed her and all that good shit.
How much of the fucking window did it take?
The whole thing.
Right, if you think about it, Toby, the window on aircraft,
the windows aren't
what
that
I
big.
remember, are like a
No.
foot tall.
Yeah, they're not that big. I'm surprised that somebody was able to fit in there anyway. Like if it sucked out a small kid, no, I would believe that.
I was gonna say it's
A
like
person?
explosive decompression is not that bad.
Explosive decompression
If
can't be that bad.
This is
It's
the
not
story that I
that
actually
bad.
heard about at work.
No, it is bad, but it doesn't do that much damage. It's not like in the movies.
Hang on,
It
story
was more
time.
the fact that there was most of the outer shell ripped off as well around the window.
Thank
Kenai
you.
is talking.
But,
Let Kenai finish.
point being,
Shut up. Kenai was talking.
now-
Let Kenai finish. I will kill you.
Oh, you're telling me to? I was in the middle of my fucking story. Excuse me.
Well, these are guests. We
can
can
hold
like
your-
guess. We can like
You
guess.
can hold your comments till after class.
Excuse me. Fucking what?
Okay, sir.
So apparently the plane was serviced just before it went out on this flight, and so now people are freaking out, going like, did they actually miss something or was it tampered with?
Mm.
And if they miss something, it's going to be hell on Southwest Airlines, specifically because of that servicing date. Like, that's some shit where it's like, okay, are they really letting them go this bad? And like aware of it. Anyway, now you can go.
Right, Kenai.
Story time.
So then, where I work, there's two older members of staff. They're in the 60s and they tend to read a lot of these newspapers and things like that. And I'm sure this was one of them that was covered in what we're talking about on yesterday, sorry. And it wasn't just the window, from my understanding, it wasn't just the window that had gone out. There was actually a proportion of the actual hull of the aeroplane being ripped out with the window as well. So for a full-grown person to have fit through so far is plausible if some of the hull has been taken with it.
Which it would have to been.
Yeah, but it wasn't just like a little bit either. It was quite a chunk.
Well, I'm not looking at fucking pictures of this because that's going to be disturbing as hell.
Yeah, if people want to dare look it up on their own accord, then we're not responsible. Blame Keenan.
Fuck that, I'll look it up.
But yeah, that's pretty insane.
Hopefully nobody's actually released any pictures of this, but I don't doubt it.
Hopefully not, because let's put it this way: your phone's not really on when you're in a flight, so. Well,
Yeah, you can turn it on during the flight. You just have to have it turned off during the takeoff and landing.
True.
Knowing modern society, someone probably whipped out their phone and like, I need to put this shit on Snapchat.
Wait a minute. Wait, BT, did you just see it?
No, he's just joking.
Okay, I've just realized something. My stream scene has just changed itself again.
Oh, where's this shit?
Not on my end.
Okay, I found the picture.
It did.
Yeah, that window was just
Nice one, BT.
Oh,
God,
yep, there it goes.
asshole. He did that to get people to look. Asshole.
He's trying to get your viewer count up, but the problem is only people who are on it can see what he sees. He hasn't thought about it.
I'm just trying to figure out why the hell my scenes just decide to change randomly. That's what's pissing me off right now.
Have you not got a certain button combination?
No. I've disabled it. In fact, I'll double check.
I have found extra details for this story.
Oh no.
Oh, send us on Twitter, Toby.
Twitter?
On Twitter. On
Fuck
Telegram,
Twitter.
I mean.
Did you do it on Twitter, Toby? You know it's a good idea.
Oh god damn it! I'll send you it in a minute. I gotta find it on something I've got Telegram on. Basically, the window is exploded. The rest of the fuselage around it seems fine. But here's the fun part. They've made apologies to all the passengers on board, and they've given them a $5,000 check and the promise of a $1,000 travel voucher. Because what you want when your engine explodes on your craft and kills a person is for them to say, "Oh, we're sorry. Here, have a voucher you can use to travel with us again."
I was about to say, is that travel good for a different flight agency?
Yeah. It's like, I'll take your $5,000, but I'm not flying with you again. Okay, thanks, bye.
Yes, for a different agency called Cheap Airlines.
The letter that they got also states that the airline's primary focus now is to assist passengers who are aboard the flight in every possible way. I would assume in getting off the flight.
I would assume we're not being sucked out the fucking window. Jesus Christ.
Ours is a company and culture built on relationships, the company said in a statement. Many of customers on that flight have flown with us before. One of them flew a bit more than she intended to.
Oh my god, Toby, please.
Our passengers went to touch the sky. We were hoping they didn't mean literally.
That's not flying, that's falling with style.
Oh, dear. Oh, God.
A person has died and we're making jokes about it. We are all going to hell.
Oh, bitch, please.
I'll
we're
save you a
furries.
fucking seat.
We're going there with a fucking bullet train at this point.
I mean, to be fair, I'm not going to hell because Satan's scared I'm going to take over, and I can't go to heaven because I'm too evil. So, you know, I'm coming back.
They're gonna start haunting people.
Oh no. I'm going to hell. Satan's not afraid I'll take over. But he should be.
Nah, he's got a seat warmed up for you.
Look, as long as I get
Yeah.
decent AC, I'm gonna be fine.
Warmed up because it's hell. I get it.
I wasn't actually intending to make that pun, but okay, I'll take it.
No. He's not got the seat. He's got the dog bed sat next to him with "Good Boy" written on it. That's Toby's pal.
Good boy. Oh, Jesus
Right,
Christ.
really impaired, I suppose. But
Right, I'm moving this stream along. Fucking right. Where's not the onion? Let's have some giggles. Oh, where are we? Right. First topic first. Ooh, there's a couple of good ones. What have we got here? Wait, what? What? All right, I'll take that one. So, for those who don't know, Not the Onion is a subreddit which is basically news articles that do not sound real, but by God they are, and our background music. Please stop playing that video, thank you. I do apologise for people's ears on stream.
I couldn't hear a thing there.
Because you're on Discord with us, not listening to the stream and hearing your own voice.
Right.
So, this is from the Detroit Free Press. Man charged with stealing Troy police dog's ball.
Sorry, what?
Man charged with stealing Troy police dog's ball.
What a dick.
Eli takes police work seriously, and seriously loves his toys. So the German Shepherd was thrilled, Troy police say, when his handler recovered one of his toys that a man had stolen during a training exercise. The alleged ball thief was issued a misdemeanor ticket for stealing police property. It happened April 5th when Eli, his handler, and other officers and police dogs were training in a field behind Holiday Express Inn, with officers laying scent traps for the pups to follow. One officer left behind a toy for Eli to find. A man started yelling at them through an open motel window, police said, demanding to know what they were doing. The officer explained that they were training dogs and advised the man not to touch the property left in the field. The officer then went to start track some distance away. When the police canine successfully followed the scent, the dog toy was not where it was left. An officer found the man's white Ford Econoline van in the hotel parking lot and spotted the toy ball in one of the cup holders. The man, who is 40 and from High Point, North Carolina, came outside as police were impounding his vehicle. He was issued a misdemeanor for larceny of police property, and Eli got his toy back. Eli is happy that his ball has been recovered. So there was a police dog training exercise. This dude got told, yo, stay away from our shit. And he went and nicked the ball. He's lost his van and he's got a fucking police record for it.
I mean, you don't pinch a dog's balls at the best of time, but you know, if you police dog balls, you're risking some frisky business there. God.
You only get to nick a dog's balls if you're a vet.
It's just like, the poor dog must have been so confused.
Well, you see, the thing is, as well, though, like, I know it's a funny topic. I'll put my serious twist on it. They actually do use the balls when the God.
Come
I've
on,
ruined it now, haven't I?
you can say it.
when they're actually doing sort of like searches in actual houses and things, when they're actually on the scene of a proper crime, they do use the ball. Once they've done a good job, they give them the ball.
Yeah.
Things like that. So it is an important part of their job to have their balls with them at all times.
You gotta have the dog balls with you at all times.
Oh dear.
You nick the dog's ball, there's only one option. Release the hounds.
You nick the dog's ball, he's gonna take yours.
There's a fucking sickle.
Just suddenly the dog just coughs up a sickle. It's like shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't. There's some advice. If you see police dogs in training, don't nick their balls.
There's no way that's going to sound right.
Gerald, can you please pick another story quickly before this descends any further into chaos?
I think we're past that point now, Keith.
Let me see here. Hmm.
I saw a couple of good ones.
Hmm.
If you're looking, there's a brilliant one. It's only the headline is worth reading. Man's body found at cemetery.
Wait, wait. What?
It's right there on not the Onion. Man's body found in cemetery.
I'm
No
on the
shit.
I'm on the front opening page. But where the fuck you seeing this? Have you
Oh no, it's coming up with like old ones the way I've set it up.
Oh,
Like,
right, yeah.
that's a really old one, but by God, that's beautiful.
I see. I'm on the front page.
Yeah, I need to get onto the front page, but I just saw that and it's like, oh, that's great.
Jero,
I got a good one.
All right, good.
Algerian woman denied French citizenship over handshake.
Wait, what?
A French appeals court has upheld a ruling denying an Algerian woman citizenship after she refused to shake the hand of a senior official. The woman, who has not been named, said her religious beliefs prevented her from shaking the hand of the male official in the citizenship ceremony. A government ruling it said she was not assimilated into the French community and denied her citizenship. She appealed, but France's highest administrative court upheld the ruling. The Algerian woman has been married to a French man since 2010. You gotta shake them hands, people. You gotta shake them hands. Even if that hand was used to scrape crap directly from their anus, you gotta shake it.
I was going to say, devil's advocate. Nothing in this story says what the person was like that she was wanting to shake her hand.
Hmm.
Maybe she was just being polite by using religion. Maybe he was a scummy son of a bitch.
I mean, he is French.
No, she.
No, I mean the person
You can have a
shaking the
scummy
hand.
bitch.
No, the Algerian woman is from Algeria, but I'm guessing the guy who offered to shake her hand was a Frenchman. So
Yeah, it
like-
says a male official.
yeah. So
Like,
scummy French, you know. Hi.
He may not have bathed recently. She may have just been being polite.
Maybe just smell of too much cheese and garlic.
I'm sorry, it's my religion I can't shake your hand. It's not because you smell terrible.
Honest. Still funny though.
Toby,
What?
Uh-oh.
have you just received that message I've sent you on the Telegram?
I don't know, I've been finished up things. Yes?
What?
What are you sending?
What the hell's going on here? Stop fucking stream
What
hijackers
is
over here.
going on here?
I
I-
don't know.
No, look at
Read
me,
out
I
the-
wasn't paying attention to Telegram.
I'll read out the title of this news article.
It's bad.
Wait, no. Is it from not the Onion?
It's not. It's from the Independent, but it's fucking hilarious.
Okay, I'll allow it. It better be hilarious.
I'm pretty
Oregon
sure you saw it on
man.
the Onion.
Wait, say that again.
Oregon man steals snake by stuffing it down his trousers.
There's a snake in my boot.
Well, that's one way to make a trouser snake.
Thank you, Jero. I wanted to make a joke, but it was too obvious.
Link in Twitch chat, please, Key Knight.
Yes. There's even a little video of him just sort of getting the snake out of the cage and going, open up pants and shoving down.
Oh my
They
god.
did say it wasn't feeding day because the mouse that was inside of his pants might have been a little bit endangered. But
Oh, Jesus, the mouse in his pants.
well, he mustn't have anything massive down there. He was all at risk putting that thing there. Jesus.
Oh fucking hell. Moving on. Jesus.
Or maybe he
Oh,
does
yes,
just.
I see.
Or maybe he does just have the biggest balls of any man in the entire.
You would have to in order to do that. That's just what the fuck. Alright, what have we got here? Back to not the Onion.
I've just seen a story here, and I hope you read it.
Well, if I don't and Jero don't, you point it out. Bear in mind, we might be
You
on
probably
different
will,
pages.
considering the title.
I'm guessing we're not on the same page. But
I was on the front page.
I might have missed it then. I don't know. But sticking with dogs, Fox News. Sick dogs' cancer revealed to be chewed up teddy bears. So the owners of a sick St. Bernard dog were left stunned when a mass that vets thought was cancer turned out to be 4 half-chewed teddy bears. Maisie, who bears similarities to the lovable pooch Beethoven in the series of comedy films by John Hughes, had the soft toys removed during an intricate procedure. Their 8-year-old now has a new lease of life and is thriving at home, and her relieved owners who admit they feared the worst. They revealed how a CT scan showed Maisie had unusually full stomach and a mass on her spleen, an issue which is initially put down to her food not being digested properly. They said to her vet to diagnose the possible cancer, and the adorable dog was rushed in for surgery to remove her spleen. But in an amazing twist, during the operation, a vet found Maisie had actually devoured 4 teddy bears which had been lodged in her stomach. It thought that Maisie had stolen the soft toys from the family's pet chinchillas. Thankfully, Maisie has fully recovered following the cancer scare, and a histography report has no signs of cancer. So this dog was just like, oh look, toys, nom. Wait, what?
This sounds like something my dogs would do.
That would be Pepsi. That's Pepsi.
No. Pepsi doesn't eat our toys. Dougal eats his fucking toys because he's a fucking moron.
Dougal's the name of his dog, not somebody from the Magic Roundabout, although the character is called Dougal as well.
Yeah.
Just in case anybody thought Toby was on a wild sort of goose chase of some description. Or dog chase in this particular case.
Wild roundabout chase. We were already doing that earlier today.
Yep. Round and round the roundabout. Already in these roads available.
Round and round.
Don't
and
make me
round.
pour another drink.
Too late, I've already done it for myself anyway. But yeah, the poor pooch, he was just trying to play, it saw toys, and then had surgery. It's just like, that's not a good life. Right, Jero, back over to you, buddy.
I don't even need to read the article.
Why?
InfoWars Alex Jones says he's been defamed by defamation lawsuits.
Wait, what?
Hmm?
Says he's been defamed by defamation lawsuits.
I know exactly what this is.
Radio host Alex Jones is getting hit with a flurry of lawsuits over his conspiracy theories, including 2 defamation suits this week from parents of children killed at Sandy Hook Elementary School in 2012. But he
Ooh.
claims he's the real victim. You're allowed to question things in America. That's not defamation, Jones said. But what is defamation is to file lawsuits that say I said the things I didn't say and then put me and my whole family through the ringer and lie about us and hold us up against the dead children and say basically we hate their families, we hate the children. I mean, I don't know. When you say that Sandy Hook was a complete and total lie, maybe you are being sued for a reason.
See, I totally understand his point of view. It's terrible when people use your words verbatim against you.
Happens all the time. But what
Here's an idea. If you don't want to be accused of being a dick,
don't
don't
be a dick. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, Toby can't get away with it. We know he's a dick. He's a husky. What the hell was that, Kenai?
I think I might have misheard that. Toby knows about being a dick because he's a husky.
Right, 1 second. Jalen says he's got one from his hometown paper. Jalen, if you want to fire that over to me on Telegram, if I feel it is appropriate, I'll read out as my last pick.
If he feels it is appropriate,
So,
it may not be.
the question while Jalen does that, Toby, did we read one of the topics that you saw?
nope. The
Okay.
great thing is, there were 2 here that are brilliant.
Alright, what's one of them?
One of them, dazed and confused. Firefighters help pet raccoon who smoked too much weed.
Where the oh, that's there right at the fucking top.
Yeah.
It's at the very top for me. I must have just looked over it.
a feeling that'll probably be the funnier of the two. Although, just the title for the second one is weird and confusing.
Right,
Scientists genetically engineered flies to ejaculate under red light.
excuse me.
Yeah, I saw that one. I'm sitting here going like, is this really something I should say?
Jesus Christ. Today, and scientists have too much time.
That's just. I was like, what? Okay, the one Jalen sent over. Rutland man recounts backyard tussle with coyote. Corey, is that you? So,
Don't fight the coyote, it's going to end
luckily
badly.
struggle with Coyote Wednesday night. Brian Hutchins used a wrestling technique he learned in high school days and flipped the animal off his head after it attacked him in his yard. It jumped on my back, he said on Glen Road, who said that animal felt like it weighed about 80 pounds. It was trying to bite through my coat and scratch me all up. It ripped it over my head. I'm kind of a roughneck. What the fuck? So this random ass coyote just decides, you know what, fuck you.
I don't mean to cause offence, right? But you know, you just need the accent for it.
Something tells me you're gonna try and do the accent, aren't you?
No, I don't know if I could actually. I've got a bit of a dodgy throat at the moment.
All right, let's just avoid that then.
Yeah, I might offend not the people who are meant to be offended with it. Well, not offended, but you know, like the joke you would do. You know, people are meant. I might offend some sort of poor old lady or something like that.
You'll offend me by your bad attempt at accents.
You know what I say? Fuck their feelings.
Oh. Anyway, Gerald, you got one more for us?
It's gonna be really hard to top what we already got. I'm gonna be completely honest.
It's gonna be what till we know what and the what now?
I said it's gonna be hard to top what we've already found.
In that case, then I've got one more.
Wait, no. I think we've got a good one. Cocaine cowgirl says she helped smuggle drugs so she could get Instagram likes.
Wait, what?
Repeat that,
Yeah.
please.
When she was first recruited by her sugar daddy, 24-year-old Melina Roberge wanted nothing to do with his plans. The mystery man, the identity of whom she says she will not divulge because she fears for her safety, wanted her to help smuggle more than $30 million of cocaine into Australia.
Jesus.
She balked, but then he explained how they would do it. It would be a trip of a lifetime on the Sea Princess, a cruise ship that would leave England and traipse around South
Trapeze.
America. Trapeze. I've never seen trapeze. There's no vowels between P and S. So either the fuckwit that wrote this either spelled it wrong, or that word is just fucked. Around South America, the United States, and across the Pacific, the paper reported. She and another Canadian woman decided to take the trip and later became known as the Cocaine Babes or Cocaine Cowgirls. Australian authorities caught them weeks later pulling 95 kilograms of cocaine from their suitcases with the help of drug dogs.
Jesus.
Roberge, who pleaded guilty to a drug smuggling charge in February, was expected to net around $100,000 for working the job, but she told the court she signed on not for the money, but because she was driven to take photos of herself in exotic locations for likes and attention. She got the likes indeed. The woman posted photos in bikinis, riding ATVs, sipping from coconuts, along with other sun-drenched selfies. When they were first arrested, they denied knowing anything about the drugs. National Post reporter told the court that she was not involved in dealing any of the drugs and was merely supposed to be there and look like she was on vacation and look like a cover for everyone else. Since I've been in jail, I've come across people struggling with addiction. She said to the court, according to the site, I don't want to be a part of that. I'm really sorry, blah, blah, blah. Basically, you're a dumb cunt that wanted attention.
That is basically what it boils down to right there. Like, that is it.
Yeah.
It's like, notice me. No.
Senpai, notice me, please.
Alright,
Notice me, who the fuck are you?
I've got one more, and this is from the Independent, and I completely forgot about it until we started talking about bloody like really really daft shit. So from the Independent, this was a little while ago, but still fucking hilarious. Very angry badger forces parts of Scotland's historic Craigenfian castle to close. So, it's a 16th century Scottish fortress which once thrived amid war, attack, and treason, but now parts of the castle have been abandoned because a somewhat different invader, a very angry badger. Historic Scotland was forced to shut tunnels which are popular with the public after staff discovered an unexpected guest. If you're heading to the castle the next few days, you might find the cellar tunnel closed due to the presence of a very angry badger. We're trying to entice it out with cat food and send it home. It did not elaborate on why the badger was angry, but it was thought that the animal may live in the surrounding woodland and became lost. Staff spotted some dugout earth and saw the badger after a closer inspection. They've been trying to lure it out with cat food and honey ever since. The animal is said to have caused a mess, digging up through loose soil into the stonework. The castle, managed by Historic Environment Scotland, which was built around 1530, has a tower house, ramparts, and canopinier, blah blah blah. Saw the action of battle, blah blah blah. It was basically this angry badger got lost inside a castle. People couldn't go near it, so they had to seal it off. They had to close part of this historic site because an angry badger was basically hissing and probably snarling at everybody.
Can I just ask one thing on this news article?
What?
Did they try to guide it out of the castle with mashed potato?
No. I know what you're thinking. It was not badger.
No, it was not Bodger and Badger.
Yeah, aye.
God, I'm
You're
showing my age
Bodger.
now.
You're Bodger. That was badger. Enough of that.
If you're showing your age, so am I. I totally remember Roger.
I remember Bodger and Badger.
And that theme tune is going to be in my head all night.
Badger and Badger.
Badger and Badger.
La, 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 la.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, but no, seriously, they should have just put a line of mashed potato. It would probably look like a line of cocaine linking in with the previous article. But like, put a line of mashed potato along there, and the badger would have left.
It's entirely possible. But no, I am glad to report that there was an article released a couple of days ago that the badger has peacefully left the castle grounds and the castle is now fully open again.
So it found a mashed potato stash and left.
Yeah.
Oh God, what did he sound like?
Even that, see either that or just got bored of giving everyone tuberculosis.
Jesus Christ. But, Jesus, what the hell topics have we been going on about today? It's like we've been smoking something. This is why I love Not the Onion. This is like...
Are they sure they found the correct stuff in them suitcases?
I don't know, it must be fucking high quality catnip, Jesus.
Anyways, I believe that, because if everybody's finished, I think JD's requested something there.
Completely on a sad note and talk about the late Avicii? What?
Avicii.
Avicii? Where? Am I missing something?
Would you like me to do this? I've already pulled it up.
Yeah, go on, Toby.
If
You
you
do
could,
it.
I'm a bit confused at
That
the minute.
DJ.
It's
Sorry.
Swedish DJ Avicii, real name Tim Berglund, I've probably butchered that. Died
Yeah.
at the age of 28 today, his publicist has confirmed. It is with a profound sorrow we announce the loss of Tim Berglund, also known as Avicii, his publicist said in a statement. He was found dead in Muscat, Oman, this Friday afternoon. His family is devastated and ask that we respect their need for privacy. For those who don't know, Avicii was a fairly famous DJ. He started out back in the late 2000s, apparently, and was it 2011 he first he broke through to an international audience with his progressive house track Levels, which is probably what most people know him from, which hit #1 in Sweden and on the US Billboard Dance Club Songs chart. And in 2012, his David Guetta collab Sunshine earned him a Grammy nomination, and he also became the first electronic DJ producer in New York. The guy was a from what I understand, this guy was a pretty big deal in regards to this kind of music.
Yeah,
28 is a hell of a young age to die.
that's me in
We don't
2
know-
months.
We don't know necessarily yet how he's died. Apparently, he has had health issues, including pancreatitis and other stuff.
Christ.
Hmm.
Yeah,
But yeah, an unfortunate loss.
yeah. The name like bloody like rang a bell. Just obviously I don't follow the music scene that heavily, but I recognise the name. I just couldn't place it, and then
I guarantee you have heard some of his stuff.
probably have. Yeah, if he's that big, it's guaranteed I've heard it because I just listen to crap all over the place. But
I
Same
listen
with
to
him.
everything, and I've got some of his stuff on my music.
yeah,
So yeah, another celebrity death.
again,
God damn it!
if we're on this topic about celebrity death, let's bring up respects for another one this week. This is gonna
Oh,
apply.
Jesus!
What the hell is that?
For some fucking reason, the website reloaded and then auto-played his bloody songs at
Jesus.
full volume. Jeez, I'm deaf.
Anyway, what was I
Oh,
gonna say?
fucking autoplay.
Yeah, if we're going to talk about celebrity deaths, this will apply more to like the Brits than the rest of the world. But Dale Winton, like Dale Winton
Yeah.
passing away. For reference,
I'm
for
sure if
everybody-
you're not from the UK, you know that means nothing to you.
it knows nothing. But let me put it this way: especially in the 90s, he was one of those like daytime TV show host presenters, and he was good at it. Like everybody knows who like Dale Winton is. Basically, it's not a name you miss.
Do you know what surprised me more about Dale Winton?
Mm?
Is the fact he's got a wife.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. It's like, I'm pretty sure he's doing
He's
some
very
cottaging.
closeted. He's
I said,
cottaging.
yeah, I'm pretty sure he was cottaging, but he had a wife. So it's like he is so camp. Like, look at his stuff. He is camp. There's no other way to
Yeah,
describe
supermarket sweep with Dale Winton.
it.
Yeah.
Jerry, are
But
you
yeah,
okay?
it's-
You've been very quiet like the last half hour. What's wrong?
I'm just preoccupied right now. I have basically I've got plans going.
Say that again. You've got a bit quiet there.
I am looking at parts for Nerf guns, but I am like listening to the conversation. Like, I think you said Dale Winton.
Dale Winton.
Winton.
This is someone you would not know.
Yeah.
To give
Yeah,
you context,
that was the part I was catching on. Like, I'm sitting here going like, yeah, I don't know who this person is.
Okay.
Sorry.
You know,
I
to
can't
give you
comment.
context, this is as if Bob Barker had died.
Who the fuck is Bob Barker?
You don't know. Even I know that. American
Okay.
television host.
Okay, you know the stupid like American game,
know,
game
I
TV
don't
shows
watch
like
TV.
well,
I
one second,
don't watch
one second,
TV.
one second. You know like the American like TV like game shows like Family Feud, shit like that.
I don't watch TV.
No. I'm not saying
But
that
you know
watch
of them.
You know of them.
No,
How do you not know what Family Feud is? Even I know what that is.
I don't
Zero.
know.
Were you
It's
born
like how
in a
I don't
cave?
know about certain YouTube
I
celebrities,
don't
apparently.
fucking watch TV. I know what all of these fucking YouTubers are that everyone doesn't, and I don't know the TV shit that everyone does.
But
Fuck.
you are a part
Okay,
of society.
okay. Sorry, I have to ask this. So when you were younger, and you sat down with like, your family for meals, did you not like sit and like watch like shit on TV?
No, we had a movie on or some shit.
Jero,
That actually sounds better.
Jero, you
That depends on
you,
your
you
family.
poor deprived child.
Bitch, we put on Star Wars, James Bond, fucking Hunt for Red October during
Sounds
dinner.
better.
Also, by the
Fucking-
way,
We
That
had
was
those.
movie.
We just sat there during the day and watched crap.
also that follower, thank you very much, but I'm not really out the name.
Oh, by the way, what's gotten me preoccupied is that somebody has made a modification for a Nerf rifle that turns into an AWP.
A whoop.
Yes, I'll go ahead and link you.
At the whoop, the gun I
It even
cannot
comes-
fucking use.
It's like
Oh.
it's a full link, not full link. It's a full kit and everything except for this scope. But you can easily get like an actual scope and put it on there. The kit's extremely expensive, but if you ask me, it's not. Actually, wait. Is it? Hold on a second. I need to verify this.
What?
Oh my god, yes, this one is
Huh?
worth it. Okay, so the initial runs of these were made mostly with 3D printed parts, including the bolt, which for this one is a little difficult because the amount of tension that's applied to it is not applied correctly. It puts all of the force into a small point and makes it harder to pull. So if it's 3D printed, it's barely able to work, and even then you have to like wrap your hand around the entire thing. This one's perfectly done because it's made out of aluminum.
Aluminium.
And so if you put something, it works either way. I mean, yes, here it's spelled aluminium, but I don't give a shit about your Britland speak.
Britland? What? Have you caught a case of the Jalen? You can't English.
I was calling it Britland before I even saw Jalen.
I've never
God
heard
damn.
you say that before. In the time I've known you, not once have you said
Oh.
Britland.
Oh my god, you haven't spent enough time with me then. That should be an indicating factor.
Fuck off, I've got a life.
Anyway.
And we tend to just refer to it as the correct way of saying things.
Anyway.
Who calls
Yes,
it? Who
correct.
calls it American football? It should be hand egg. I can feel him glaring at the screen.
I can. It's nice and warm.
Yeah, just nice and toasty. Anyway, you were saying.
They need to call it Pussy's Rugby.
Yes, it definitely is.
But yeah, point being is like I got completely fucking sidetracked by this, and I'm just sitting here going like, hey, they actually made it decently. The only problem is because of that stupidly long barrel, that dart's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
No.
point being, you want a Nerf sniper rifle.
No, I really don't because that costs $150. Well, actually, no, I do, and I
I
have
said
it for a
want. Didn't say you could
and I
afford.
have it. I have it for a secret plan that I have for MFF this year. But I'm going to tell you guys about that outside of the stream. But basically, what I want is a Nerf sniper, essentially. I'm going to be getting this thing called a Caliburn. I'm going to go ahead and get you guys a link to it, and I'm going to link everybody in the stream to it as well.
Just
so
gonna
that
say this:
nobody's
if you
left out
manage
of
to
this
like
one.
modify a Nerf sniper rifle, I can think of one person who's in this chat right now who would be all over it. Hi, Tom.
Oh, Tom. Hi.
Yeah, Tom's in chat.
So yeah, the Caliburn is essentially a build-it-yourself Nerf gun, and it's based off of It's based off the mechanics of a very well-known Nerf gun called the Retaliator. That's what the main grip of it is. But the actual pump action is in the front of it, and so you just like pump back, and it's much easier to control because of this. As you can see all the way over there in the back, these things take fucking huge springs. They are very resistant to wear and tear. You can put either a K25 or a K26 spring in, which is basically they're much heavier springs than what's in normal Nerf guns, and these things fucking hurt. So my plan is to adapt this thing to use what are called ninja clips, which are significantly smaller dart clips that carry half length, or otherwise known as Stefan darts. And because they're smaller darts, one, they fly much truer, and they actually are more accurate, and two, they can go faster because it's less mass that the force is being applied to. So I'm thinking, do one of these things up, set it up with like a scope and everything, and potentially a camera on it, and then snipe a very particular person at MFF from the 3rd floor.
A very particular person. I'm guessing you're not revealing who.
Two very particular people, potentially 4.
Jesus Christ, that's a hit list. You okay there, Agent
if I can-
47?
And if I can get enough of these things, have it be a combined strike. So it's like you get hit from one angle, you look, and then immediately shoot from the other angle. So they're like, "Where is he?"
Just have people on different floors, just like hiding behind the pillars, just laying waste.
General, just please tell me you're not going to be sitting across from the hotel, and we're not going to see you on the news as a sniper standoff.
You're not going to see it on news, but you might see it on Twitter, and you're not going to see me because I'm going to be hidden away, and no one is going to remember this broadcast.
I mean,
The other night, after a sniper was
excuse me
spotted
one
on the
second. Just end the stream there. Download broadcast. Post specific section of that 20 seconds, and make
You
sure
little
it's spread.
shit, you know that you want to keep this a secret and that it's going to be amazing.
I mean, it's
No,
hardly
we're gonna
it's
take
hardly a secret
little
because we've got me, you, Toby, Kenai, and the other 11 people watching this downstream. That's not a secret.
They're not going to remember. They're not
What?
going to remember this 8 months from now.
Guys, can you please make a note of this to remind yourselves in like 8 months'
Hugh,
time?
let's just take this recording,
Yep.
put it in an email, dear FBI.
It's a Nerf gun. It's a fucking Nerf gun. They're gonna read it and go like, "Yeah, come at us with something that's important."
Yeah, but if you say modifications, that might be enough for
It
them to go,
wasn't on
excuse
about
me,
the
sir.
Oh no.
Federal
They're not
Federal
modifications. This
Affairs.
this one's hand built. This one's built from scratch. The guy actually designed it himself and fashions the parts either with a mold or with a 3D printer. So basically, it's like the apex of what a high-powered Nerf blaster could be, within reason.
Mm. Fair enough.
Still hurt like a bitch though.
Just fight from the third floor. Add gravity to the force power as well. You're probably gonna knock the
Oh,
person
God.
out.
No. I just want to leave it bruised. That's all.
Just a bruise. Just a bruise.
Depends on if it takes those mega darts.
No, actually, the mega darts are the worst ones you could possibly use. Like the physics when it comes to Nerf darts and Nerf blasters is completely backwards, in comparison to actual firearms. And even then, with actual firearms with like 50 caliber rounds, there's typically more gunpowder or more basically fuel in there to create an explosion.
Mhm.
But yeah, same amount of power no matter what with a Nerf gun.
Yeah. So when it comes to having a larger dart, yeah, you could like give it more power, give it a more powerful spring, but at the same time, that's still a lower potential energy than it would be a smaller dart. So you've got that.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I know some people that could make it cause some damage.
Yeah, Gerald could.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're looking at somebody who can do that. Anyway,
Anyway.
but I'll give you the details on that at some
Yeah.
point later, and this will be fun, is all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. So we'll still keep going a little bit. I mean, I'm not too sure if Shire is streaming. I haven't seen anything. He might do. But as I said, we were a bit delayed with the stream because technical difficulties. So, yeah, like,
I don't know why you seem to have issues with Streamlabs. I've never had a single issue.
well, I don't know. Okay, you're the one that recommended it. It's your fault. Anyway,
Kivuli, you know now we have to get you a technical difficulties sign.
I know. I kind of have one. I just need to use it. What was I gonna say?
So do
Yeah.
I.
Last little section is any like games, movies. I'll even say like TV shows, like anime or fucking whatnot. They want to talk about. One I think I may have mentioned before. I can't remember if I did it or not. It's recently got all its episodes finally added to Netflix. So it is dubbed. It is anime called Fate Apocrypha. So Jesus Christ, it just popped up. I thought it was interesting. I watched 2 episodes and I was hooked, and I couldn't stop watching the damn thing. So the premise of it, oh yeah, spoiler alert, if you don't want to hear anything about it, please fuck off.
If you don't want to hear
Bye,
about
all
this shit,
viewers.
fuck off.
Fuck off.
I'm just,
No.
Yeah, all
I'm
the
just
viewers
waiting
have
for the
gone
numbers
now,
to
Keith.
drop.
So basically, what the premise is of it is the Holy Grail is something that exists, and every so often there's something happens called a Grail War, and people can that trained in magecraft, so they are able to do like certain magical abilities and whatnot. Summon great historical figures from the past to fight a war is like a servant and master sort of thing until there's only one servant and one master left, and they get to make a wish upon the Grail, basically. Fate Apocrypha is the Great Grail War. So instead of 7 people fighting, it's 2 sides, 7 people each who go at each other, and then once one side wins, whoever's left fights it out till there's one left, basically. And when I say historical figures, I mean we've got the the legend of Siegfried, Joan of Arc's in there. There's the son of Arthur is one of the characters in it. It's characters like that who are instantly recognizable. But the best part is, even the characters I didn't recognize, I googled them. I'm like, okay, how accurate are they being with their reference point in this? They've been entirely historically accurate. Like, they've done their research. So every historical character they've brought back is, yeah, this person exists. This is how they acted. This is how they were. And the best part is about the sort of second half of the series. Um, you're it leaves you thinking, well, who's gonna win? Like, that's how you thought it was going. I was like, who's actually gonna win this fight? I couldn't work it out until the very end, and then I thought, okay, maybe that should have been obvious, but no, it was really damn good anime. I do highly suggest people watch it, and like I said, it is on Netflix if you do have it.
Your synopsis just makes me think this is Monty Python and the Holy Grail plus Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure made by Japan, and there is no way it could be as awesome as that sounds.
I mean, not in the slapstick way you're fucking bringing it up.
That's like, we have a search for the Holy Grail, we
Yeah.
have historical figures from history brought
Sorry,
back,
I'm just
and then
hearing
we have Japan.
Sorry, I'm just hearing a double-ended laughter, like through my headset and through the fucking door. I think Kenai is losing his shit.
Do you know what the worst thing is, Toby? Right, the comment I had on the whole thing was worse than what you've said, but yours is funny.
Look, all I advise is if you've got Netflix or you know where you can watch anime, give Fate Apocrypha, give it a try. Like, give it a couple of episodes and see what you think, and go from there, basically. But
I see John.
Yeah, it does sound like it would be interesting. It doesn't sound completely historically accurate because there's no such thing as the Holy Grail.
well,
But
no,
anyways,
it's not. It's an anime, but it's a fact that. Sorry, how many historical? I think in total.
I know what you mean.
I think in total there's 16 or 17 historical figures basically that are introduced into the series, and the ones I looked up that I was most interested in, they were pretty much accurate with any references that were given. Obviously they've taken some liberties with the exact personalities and stuff like that, because
Well, yeah, obviously.
yeah, that stuff isn't fucking recorded down, but for what is there,
And
it's good.
Arthur's son was told, "No, you can't do that," and he kicked off like a spoiled little bastard. You know,
The funny thing is, you're not fucking far wrong. I'm not even okay. Once the stream is over, I'll tell you a bit more in detail. But
and then you've got Joan of Arc. And when she was looking at the other men in the area, she slapped them. You know, just these things aren't written down in history, which we need.
No, that didn't happen.
No, you know what I mean, though? Like you say, the personalities aren't recorded down, so little things like that, which would actually help build the character of the person that we're portraying, would be great, considering, like you say, the historical figures and so on and so forth. Oh, it would be great just to read, you know, King Arthur's son got pissed one night, had a one-night stand, you know, brought such shame on the family.
It's not. It's not like that bad.
I know, but you know what I mean. Though it'd be lovely to have something like that, just something just totally off course, and then just to throw you a little bit.
Yeah, I get what you mean. But as I said, give it a couple of episodes. See what you think. It's not a massive series. I think it's like in total 24 episodes in total, and 20 minutes apiece.
All right.
So yeah, it's pretty good.
Trying to think if that's like a Guyver remake series, like 25 episodes. I think it's about 20 minutes a piece as well. So
The
I
what
was sitting
series?
down the day. The Guyver.
Ah,
It's an anime that I was introduced to back in 1994.
oh Jesus.
And then back in 2005, Madhouse bought the rights to it and remade it. It's a very good series. Both the original, like the original, is always going to be like, in the heart, but both series are good. You know, they're definitely worth a watch.
Hmm.
But yeah, 25. Yeah, could do it.
Anybody got any other thing they want to talk about apart from the insane, crazy Sparrow the Dragon hype that's still going on? Honestly, not squeeing hard about that. Honest.
I'm still
need a
calm
PS
about that.
I
I
need a
never played the
PS4
originals.
before I can be excited about that.
I never played the originals. It's not coming out for PC yet.
But it will.
I will remain calm. I will play it when it comes out.
You'll remain calm until it says, "Hey, it's coming on Steam," and then you will stop being calm.
Like I said, I never played it originally.
Hmm.
I'm going in blind. It's fine. It'll
Oh.
be fine.
Oh,
Hang on, did I hear that right, Toby?
Ah,
You didn't play the originals?
I have never owned a PlayStation of any sort. I played a couple of the Spyro games on Xbox, but not the original ones.
Right, so you have played the original games, just not original.
No,
Oh,
I played some of the Spyro games, but not the original games.
Right, not the original trilogy.
Yeah.
Do you want me to hook you up with some?
Oh,
Enough
trust me,
chatting.
I've got enough shit to do.
You sound like a dodgy drug. Hey, you want me to hook you up?
I've got
Okay.
so many
Spyro.
games I'm halfway through and need to
Gonna
go
hook
back.
you up with that sweet Sparrow, you know what I mean?
Fucking blaze it up 420. It's
It's
not
too late, it's not 420 anymore.
not for us.
Yeah. But when the ones that matter in this.
Gerald's still blazing it up over there.
I mean,
As
420.
excuse me, I am a law-abiding citizen. I would not do such a thing. You got more weed?
Depends what your spend is, bro.
Did you really just come up with that response?
Yeah.
Really? Are you really going? Really going there?
Let's not go there. I don't want to go there anymore. I don't like that place. What noise was that?
That was me doing a JonTron.
It sounds like you're throwing up almost.
Yeah.
So, anybody else? Like, movies, videos, games, anything?
No,
I wish there was. I need to
catch
catch up on stuff.
Because I need to talk about my plans in private, unfortunately.
I will.
No.
Oh.
oh, actually, Gerald, with reference to your, how should we put it, shenanigans that's going to be happening in about 8 months' time.
Yeah.
Can you get some sort of GoPro system on the go, a bit like what they've got on Alien Covenant? Where it's just sticking above them by about a good foot or something, and watch it from like a third-person perspective. Because it would make it more like the sort of the Hitman universe, if we could say it like.
I would rather put the GoPro on the gun, to be totally honest.
We'll get two. I'll send you one.
Well, I mean, one thing I have to do is like not get caught, and if I have a GoPros, actually, if I had somebody else recording on the other side, that would be hilarious.
or get the, oh no, you can't have an automated drone within so many miles of a city, can't it? Right. So yeah, the automated drone that would follow you is out
It'll be
across.
inside. That's the thing. I'm assuming it'll be inside. Speaking of
Just,
which, I also found another really nice mod kit.
I think I've just seen.
It says it's submarine kit, but I have no idea what this gun is, and that's the reason why I like it.
But yeah, there's that little GoPro that you can, that little GoPro, that little drone that you can get that follows
you know
you.
what? No, I know what this looks like. This looks like the battle rifle from Halo. Let me link this.
Oh shit, yeah. I
mean-
sort of see what you mean.
Is anyone
mean,
else expecting
there
Jero
is-
to turn up to a con strapped with guns all over them?
He has a gun wall.
I mean,
okay.
I mean, there is a legitimate like Halo battle rifle mod, and I have a Nerf gun that can work on. The problem is it's very expensive, and it's needlessly so. So the only reason why I would use it is if I actually retrofitted that shell to be automated, and I don't have the parts for that. It's just too fucking expensive. I would have to wait until much later in the year to actually think about doing that. But I don't know. At the moment, I'm really looking into getting a new full auto kit for this smaller one that I've got, and just do that up with a cosmetic mod, as well as an actual metallic flywheel cage. That would be nice.
Sounds sexy. You do realize if I make it over there for a con at some point, there has to be a Nerf war.
Oh god, not again.
I don't know. What do you mean again?
Remember the last time you had a Nerf Water convention?
Did I?
Yes, you did. It was with Charlie.
I can't remember.
It was the year before me and you, before I went.
I generally can't remember.
Oh dear God, Charlie. Oh, I forgot what's his. Oh, Charlie B.
Oh wait.
I know more about what he's done than he knows what he's done.
I just forgot. That was fucking funny.
Oh,
Exactly.
Kivu forgets everything.
If I remember rightly, we had like rooms across each other, and the darts were just flying everywhere.
Yes, you had the rooms opposite each other, literally doors facing each other.
Open fire! Open fire!
The only reason why I know about this is because Confuzzled 2015, I sat and spoke to Charlie B about it and spent, most of the time thinking, should I apologise on his behalf
No, because
for taking the northern approach on how to introduce oneself? I shall shoot you.
no,
You
I
know.
knew Charlie beforehand.
Kivu,
Yeah.
do you remember what happened with Nerf guns last year, Confuzzled?
Oh God.
No, I was too busy running around doing God knows what other
Oh
things.
no, this was the beginning.
He was too busy trying to work out what the AWU laws were.
You remember
I'm
we
aware
had a
what the rules are.
lightsaber battle outside?
Oh yeah.
You remember what happened when we went back to the room? We went to put the lightsabers away. Someone else comes from a room across the hall, goes back into their room, comes out with a Nerf minigun and attacks Kivu.
I honestly can't remember that. I think I was drunk on tiredness and just drunk. Bear in mind, the first thing I did when I walked into the con was
I was tiredly drunk, but I was also drunk.
yeah.
I have no idea who it was, but
It would probably be someone I know. Like no.
oh, it was someone you know, and they shot you a lot.
Yeah.
Now
sounds
they're
about
just somebody that he used to know.
right. Yeah, probably. Or probably someone
sorry,
I only
that's
know at
terrible.
cons. That happens. There's certain like levels of friends. Like there's like people like you guys who I interact with constantly. Then there's the con friends, the people I don't interact with unless I'm at cons, and I forget about them the rest of the year.
No, you've got con friends, and then you've got us, who are friends who you don't interact with at all at cons.
Exactly, because I'm spending too much time doing with the con friends.
Now, you see,
We tried waving at you from across the hotel, and you ignored us.
as somebody who's gone down to confuzzled with these lunatics before, I can confirm that we all do that though. You've got some that will stick together in a group of about 2 or 3, anything that's not classed as a gangbang. And they'll
Oh,
go
bitch,
around saying
please, free
everybody.
at a convention is a gangbang.
Anyways, I said anything that's not classed as a gangbang.
I
How many
don't.
people
Not
can you fit in
gangbang
a-
if it's in public. If it's a room
Yeah,
party,
we don't want
however,
any sex
Let's
in
not
public
talk
at a
about that. Let's
convention.
not talk about that.
Oh, somebody's kicked the door open. Where can it? No, I'm joking.
No, let's
Um,
not talk about this.
but no, we do that. We like have a little group, or even just singular person just going around. When I went down with the Fennec back in 2016, he was just off doing his own thing. He was seeing everybody and doing whatever.
Mm.
And I was busy sleeping most of the time because I'm old.
You're
Huh,
not old,
I guess-
goddamn.
Wait. Oh, there we go. Shy actually announced that he's streaming. Finally.
He's been going a little while.
Let's see here.
I'm waiting for him to actually like pop up, if that makes sense.
It is popped up.
No,
Go
no,
for it.
no. I mean, like his beautiful, gorgeous face.
His face is up.
Is it? Oh, so refreshing his stream.
Wait. No. He's got severe mic delay.
Oh, there it is.
He's working off of a standard capture card instead of an internal one, and he got some mic sync problems.
Well,
it's like everyone has technical difficulties tonight.
I'll read it anyway. But before I do,
There we go.
before I do, and we say our farewells. Yeah, I am gonna shamelessly plug myself here. So, I don't know. Some of you in the chat probably do realize.
Shamelessly plug yourself. This is your channel.
Shut up. Let me get my words out.
I'm the one that's supposed to change.
Shush.
Shamelessly plug myself.
Right, shut up. So, some of you may know, last weekend, Leon the Foxy did an Extra Life stream and hit an amazing goal of $2,000, which caused him to not only have to eat a handful of Bean Boozled beans, but also he shaved off his beard. It looked weird. But even so, it
He
was...
looks like a child.
It's terrifying.
But even so, I've supported him through 2 of these now, and yeah, it inspired me to want to help out and do more. So, as of tomorrow at 11 a.m. GMT, which is 6 a.m. EST, I'll be doing my own stream for Extra Life, in association with Furs for Life, which is a charity which is devoted to helping basically families
Sick
and children,
kids.
yeah, who can't pay the medical bills, basically, who have issues with like hospitals or just general support. And they're an amazing organisation, and because we're going through Furs for Life, like a furry group dedicated to Extra Life charity, every dollar donation that goes to Furs for Life also enters you into a raffle chance to actually win prizes as well. So you're not only helping, kids out, you actually have a chance to win prizes yourself as a thank you. So yeah, if you are around at any point tomorrow, pretty much basically, pop in, say hi, spread the word, and if you can, donate a little money. Help somebody out. Shameless plug over. Right, now that's out of the way, I'm going to end the stream here. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you much for Keenan and Tobias joining us unexpectedly this stream.
Unexpectedly.
Thanks for the invite.
You should invite us more.
Probably shouldn't, to be honest.
Disagree with.
Let's say we'll see
Your
what
fault.
happens. But yes,
Exactly.
starting the raid now. Raiding the bunnies,
Yeah,
asshole.
basically just stay in the stream and do everything.
Yeah, but as I said,
Reading what?
the bunny's asshole. But yes, thank you very
You're
much.
keeping a rabbit, are you?
Yeah, thank you very much, people.
7,
See you next week. See you tomorrow.